guys? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. My name is Annie. I welcome you to come into these tarot readings with an open heart, an open mind, and a desire to better yourself. This is optional advice or guidance meant to motivate you, empower you, inspire you, and offer you confirmations on things that you are already thinking and feeling and sensing. If you don't resonate with the material that comes through, please push those messages aside. They may resonate for you at a later date, and they may not. Have faith it's going out to someone who needs to hear it, even if it is not you. Use your logic, your discretion, your discernment. Separate what is meant for you and what is not. I come at this with love and positivity, so please take that away here today. You are responsible for all your own actions and decisions. Let's try and have some fun. To get you some insightful messages, check out that box below for the decks I use, how to contact me for a personal, as well as my social media links. Welcome to the tea party. Let's read your tarot cards. What's up, Aquarius? Welcome to your December monthly tarot reading. We're going to start you off with an oracle card, Lou Reed. All right, these are new. I dig them. I think of you, but not that often. Survive your own war. Learn to walk hand in hand with magic and loss. This is about embracing what's wrong and picking up the pieces and moving on. Interesting. So, December monthly love tarot readings. So funny, when I was shuffling these, Kurt Cobain came out like 5 times. I'm like, oh, it's definitely going to come out, and it didn't. So anyway, I guess Kurt Cobain is for another sign. Who's the Kurt Cobain in your life? More importantly, who's the Courtney Love? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so December monthly tarots. First, we're going to talk about love, then we're going to talk about career. Let's hop right in, guys. Tell me about Aquarius's love life. Lou Reed, I love him. That song, Perfect Day. Oh, so good. I listened to that over and over and over again when I first moved to LA. Lou Reed, the Velvet Underground, Nico. She had some major Aquarian vibes going on. I actually don't know her zodiac sign, but she was just Nico, wasn't she? All right. Love life, Aquarius. Let's do it. There you are. Let's see. You have options, or is it illusions? Ooh, yeah, it's illusions. So this very likely is kind of going to be the theme of some of your messages. It doesn't have to be always, but like right out the gate, I'm seeing that. Is this the real life? Is this just a fantasy? I'm wanting to quote Queen now. But yeah, there was something about, I think you, Aquarius, male, female, this is you right now, saw potential in something, but I also feel like you were honoring your intuition and in some sort of like spiritual message that you were feeling like, I'm sort of hearing, is this it for me? Like this idea of like, it's okay, but I think I can do better, or this person's okay, but there's also something it's like, again, the illusion, the shadow side of them. I don't know. I feel like there's an ending here, so I'll do a couple love reads, but tell me about this for Aquarius. What more can I tell them on this? You might be dealing with an Aquarius or an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Ironically, usually this card is like it piled up over a period of time and became very long and drawn out and hurtful, right? It caused a lot of mental anxiety. Yeah, it could be with another Aquarius. This is a situation that's going to require some healing. Set yourself apart from the issue, the person, that phrase, you can't heal in the environment that broke you. Give this some time and distance, because I think even if it's a fresh wound, I don't know, I keep wanting to say in time you're going to realize, okay, that just wasn't the one. And the thing is, you kind of knew that. There was a sense of indecision or mystery, or again, the illusion of it could be so good, but I feel like my person is not behaving correctly, or, something like that. What I was going to say is I feel like this indicates it could have happened over a long period of time. For most of you, I actually don't get that. For some reason, I'm getting it started very quickly and then ended in the same way. It started quick and ended quick, or something like that. Or at least the period in which there was that honeymoon of, oh, we're so happy and this is so great. Yeah, it could have been with a Capricorn. There's a shadow side to this. There's a lot of darker energies. I mean, literally, I keep wanting to pull this up. I don't know if this looks like your person or the black leather jacket. There's a lot of kind of dark energy. Capricorn. Gosh, I wish I knew what Lou Reed was. I honestly don't know. Taurus, maybe? I'm totally guessing. I don't know what Lou Reed is. Anyway, doesn't really matter, but You may have been dealing with a Capricorn. Not, ooh, that wants to be seen though. Oh, interesting. I was going to say, it's like, don't linger on the darkness, focus on the happiness. Even if it is a Capricorn, I don't really like the vibe, but this can be, you know, the shadow side of someone's personality. It can also be what's shining through in you, right? A negative thing that maybe with some distance, you'll understand, oh, this was something in me I really needed to understand more about, some issue, some deep-seated issue, some fear, anxiety, codependency I've been holding on to for a while. I think the devil is saying it's time to finally clear it out. So, you know, I'm recording these in Scorpio season. They are trickling over into your December readings. So if you haven't done the work, it's time to do the work. Look at what's holding you back, the skeletons in your closet, and don't be afraid to address them once and for all so that you can move forward in love with more certainty. This is quite literally, you know, making informed, logical, intelligent decisions. This is like, I don't know, what is the decision? So it could be that there's I hate to use the word self-sabotage, but it does come up a lot in these readings of, I think I know what I want, but then when it's right in front of me, I start to question it. So again, this doesn't have to be an evil counterpart in your life, but something about this relationship, whatever it is, it kind of made you step back and ask yourself questions. And I think that's good. You should always be digging deeper and asking yourself why. What is the purpose of me saying this or doing this or being with this person? Or the opposite. What is the purpose of me feeling like I need my freedom and independence? And why do I always want to break up from someone who's good for me versus, you know what I mean? Versus, you know, why did I stay so long with someone who was dragging down my vibe? So the sun is in reverse. This says the potential for happiness and growth. It's right there. It's bottom of the deck. It's available to you. But in order to get here, we really have to shine light on, well, what is this? And I do think it's internal. Sure, we can, you know, point fingers and do the blame game. Yeah, ultimately it doesn't serve us though. You know, tarot is about you and your spiritual journey. So what is it in your life that, yeah, it feels like lacking? Like there's always sort of an ending result that you didn't desire, and it feels like it's more painful than it needs to be. What should you focus your attention on? Yourself, quite frankly. What it is that you desire in life, and perhaps you've been putting your own dreams and wishes, your spiritual path, your career path on pause because maybe you meet people, and I don't know, I just feel like the zest and energy you feel is quickly suppressed or oppressed. Yeah, Saturn energy, constriction, the oppressor. It's like there's a really, like, I'm sort of hearing like a bouncing, beautiful baby, that kind of thing, but it's inside of you. It's like honoring your inner child of what you're really passionate and excited about and making sure you're vibing with that person from the get-go and sharing your hopes and dreams and wishes, right? You shouldn't have to be secretive about it because the right person will support you in those endeavors, right? They're never going to be like, sorry, you're going to have to move because I have a job here. And, you know, it's like they're not forcing you to negotiate, like the bare essentials of what it is you're hoping for. And for some of you, I just see this as you kind of need clarity on what it is that you actually want too. It's kind of the same message here. Long-term wishes and dreams. What are we actually doing here? I think, and this isn't a message for all of you, but for some of you, there's a message of like, we kind of need to step up and approach this in a more mature way rather than just throwing stuff at a wall and seeing what sticks, which is sort of what's going on here. Then it's like, okay, well, let's actually dissect it and get to the bottom of it. And I think sometimes you guys get lost in your thought where there's something about like, I'm looking at it, but I don't know if it's what I actually want. Well, no one's going to know but you. No one can do that internal work and that internal searching for you. So I think have peace of mind, put your mind at ease that if you threw something at, you know, this is a metaphor, of course, if you had a variety of people and you dated around and you're still feeling kind of like, I don't know. Well, then they probably weren't the right one. And you don't have to feel guilty about that, right? If there is uncertainty and you're doing this, I broke up with them, but, you know, did I end it too soon? Like, did I, like the enforcement, Saturn, like, stop, halt, who goes there? If you're getting into partnerships and then quickly bringing them to a halt, again, I think it's saying, is it quite simply a desire for, like, I'm hearing kind of sexual conquest, but I don't mean to, like, persecute you for that. I mean, that's healthy, right? You should desire good sex with the person you're going to be with. But I think maybe it quickly transitions into just a sex thing. And then maybe you hold on to it past its expiration date, or again, take this with a grain of salt, but almost the idea of you're lying to yourself and that, no, like I want something real, I want something pure, but you may be sending different energetic vibes to your person, and so they may end up disappointing you because there isn't that conversation from the get-go of, hey, I'm looking for something stable or long-term. Again, you don't have to be worried that you're going to scare your person off, because if they're the right person, that won't scare them off. And I'm by no means saying, Aquarius, you have to be looking for marriage and babies and kids. And like, that's just simply not everybody's truth. So I'm not here to project that on you. I just think that you're operating with people who just simply aren't compatible. Or again, you're not expressing what you really want. And so it's almost like you're biting your lip, you're biting your tongue to be like, no, it's fine. Like, I don't need that, or I don't want that. But in reality, again, like there's some sort of internal truth, or your truth needs to be spoken. And maybe this is about giving your person clarity too, because you can be hard to read, Aquarius. I'm getting in this. Sometimes people don't really know the vibe you're giving off. And quite frankly, I'm not sure you always do either too. So anyway, I'm not really sure what to do with this message. I guess give me one more. Specifically endings with a Capricorn. Tell me about that. If that applies, right? This is not going to be everybody's story. Endings with a Capricorn, you both have unsettled, it's really not feelings, an unsettled mind about it. I think you both look back on, oh, we could have done that better. Or again, ultimately, I think a lot of you dealing with a Capricorn where maybe it was on again, off again, or again, it was very sexually driven, but you're like, well, could there have been more? I see both of you, if there's a mutual decision to want to revisit this, in theory, revisiting it, I think, will help you gain clarity at minimum, the Six of Swords, about what went wrong or where you stand. Some of you may choose to pursue it because you're going to recognize there's more here than I thought. Others of you are going to be able to move on in that Six of Swords energy and be like, okay, I made peace with the situation. I have clarity now of why they're not the one. I was feeling it, but I couldn't put it into words. I couldn't express it. By revisiting it, and again, maybe revisiting it is just sorting through the details, the information you've gained. It doesn't have to be reconnecting physically with this person. But for some of you, I do see that happening. I'm just saying. I think you're going to get mental clarity on the situation when you revisit it, but it's up to you if you want to try to re-spark the connection. I think your Capricorn would be open to it, especially the sexual nature of it, but is the Capricorn interested in long-term? And I mean, these are general, guys, so keep that in mind. The Capricorn still holds a flame for you in their heart, but again, I'm not sure what the intentions are. Generally, Spirit, for those dealing with a Capricorn, what advice can I give them in terms of where the Capricorn may stand on this? And I know you guys are not all dealing with a Cap, so understood. See, the Magician for me can go either way. Hold on, let me look what he's pointing. Oh no, he's pointing at the Nine of Cups though. Okay, so the Magician can be a trickster energy, and that's why I stopped for a minute, especially when it's fallen next to this card. I'll be honest, I don't love this combination. However, the way the card fell out, it put it above that. So I could almost see this as lower vibrational and higher vibrational. So if this person isn't acting purely out of codependency or addiction or whatever, the lower vibration, whether you're dealing with a Capricorn, a Gemini, a Virgo, whoever the hell you're dealing with, doesn't matter. In their highest vibration, they do want to manifest a new beginning. This is about confidence. It is about passion. And again, kind of taking the bull by the horns, taking accountability for what transpired between you, and communication, Mercury energy, right? What he is pointing to, as above, so below, he's actually pointing to the Nine of Cups. He's not pointing to like the Ace of Wands, which can sometimes be the phallic symbol, right? He wasn't though. He was pointing to the Nine of Cups. And that's the thing. Capricorns can swing either way. They are very sexual beings, right? They are earth energy, but they're also kind of, especially my male Capricorns, they can be kind of like the dad vibe, the husband vibe. Like they do want stability. So again, if you are in fact looking for that, Aquarius, this Capricorn may be willing to take it to the next level with you if that's what you want. And again, I'm not even sure So again, the only person who's going to come to that conclusion is you. Maybe it's going to take you to try on a few other people to realize what you had and what you lost, or to confirm, oh no, I like this much better. This, this new venture, this new avenue, this new person, I feel so much better than I did. I'm almost hearing that line in 500 Days of Summer. There's some line about, you guys know that movie, right? Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Zooey Deschanel. Ultimately, spoiler alert, if you're not ready for this, she chooses someone else, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt feels very kind of spiteful and like, well, how could you do that? And ultimately, there's this line she says, it's about, I finally felt something that I was never certain about with you. And it was like, there's clarity simply by trying someone else on. Do you understand what I mean? So it may take you moving on and being with someone else romantically to confirm or deny whatever you're confused about here. Okay, new storyline. That may also have to do with the King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. It could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be a Capricorn, just putting it out there. Ooh, Page of Wands. All right, so Page of Wands in a romance spread is typically someone who's flirting or someone who's sending warm communications. Is this you? Is this someone coming towards you? Tell me more, please. Three of Wands. Okay, so already we're dealing with a third-party situation because there's someone curious here, but the person who's receiving the warmth and flirtation, they're waiting for their ships to come in somewhere else. All right, I'm here for it, Spirit. You help me out. You tell me what I need to tell Aquarius. Okay, yeah. So I assume this is you, but again, if it's not, just put it in the context where it fits your life. If it does, monkey in the middle. That's what we're gonna call it. This person, what are they waiting on? The soulmate from the past, the karmic, the person that they met, in yesteryear. Unfortunately, this quite literally saying that person from your past, they've moved on, And that is exactly what this card says, right? And it is about tough love. It's about sucking it up and understanding, okay, maybe that wasn't the one. It felt good. It was familiar. We think of the 6 as milestones, and not only the milestones, but like victories. We get out of the 5 and then we're in the 6. It's like, okay, we're in the clear, right? 2 of these are 6s. And so there's something about it where at the time it felt very comfortable. It felt, familiar. Like it felt like a win. This person in your past, it felt like a win. It felt like an ace in the hole, or however you want to say it. But yeah, there's something about this where it's saying move away from the past. And also, if this is indicative of your person, possibly a Scorpio, possibly another Aquarius, doesn't have to be. The person from the past right now, they're at a distance, but I don't know if they're not open to communicating. I will say they're not open to communicating romantically because I think they have their sights set on someone else. So you, monkey in the middle, I know you still have, you're carrying the torch for this person. Just so you know, there's someone else interested in you. Usually Page of Wands can indicate it might not be someone completely brand new. This might be someone who, I always say, you share the same social circles. It could be friend of a friend. It could be that person, at work you met once, even if it was several jobs ago. They're not brand new, but I don't think you've ever dated them romantically. There might be quite an age difference between the two of you. Let's see. So what is Aquarius's thoughts on both? Actually, I want to switch decks. The Hanged Man. All right. Wait, what'd I do with my new deck? Where'd my tarot deck at? Hold on. Give me a second. I feel like it's right here. Oh, there it is. Duh. Right in front of me. I promised you guys I was going to use my new deck, so I got to use Friends Tarot. A lot of Monica in this deck. The illustrator was clearly a fan of Monica, which is cool. I like Monica too. All right, so I digress. Give me one on each, please. Oh yeah, see, it could be a fire sign from your past, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, especially a female, but it doesn't have to be. Yeah, they're very attractive. They're very beautiful. They're very charismatic. They have a very warm soul. They're also a little bit flashy. They're a little bit showy, and mission accomplished. It got your attention. This is probably your person from the past. Tell me about this possibly new. Who is this person flirting with Aquarius or wanting to message them anyway? Tell me about that. 7 of Wands. Yeah, see, you're a little bit defensive to this. And then the Death card. So, okay, I was just about to say Scorpio got this card. It was a prominent player in there, and then I got this. So this may just simply be confirmation. You're dealing with a Scorpio who wants to message you. A very, very flirtatious one. Someone who's very curious about you. Someone who kind of wants to go on adventures with you. Young at heart. It doesn't literally have to be, a student or a child, which, yes, that's associated with a page. But hey, maybe they're in school. Maybe they literally are a student. But, yeah, there's someone that's like they want to have fun. They want to have an adventure with you. They're curious. They probably would take you out on a fun date. They're probably very funny, very jovial, very warm-hearted. But quite literally, it's like Queen of Wands, Page of Wands. This is exactly the dynamic of how you view these things. It's like they're completely unbalanced in terms of how much you hold them in regard. So, yeah, you're hoping for the reunion. Tell me about that then. 10 of Wands. Yeah. I'm not saying this is doomed. I'm not saying this could never happen, but the cards right now are showing me they've moved on, so this might be a waste of your efforts, and it could be an Aries you're dealing with. I have 2 cards of Aries. You might be sending signals to the universe energetically that, I'm going to try and put my best foot forward, and I'm going to try and date around, but it could be adding confusion to the mix because, again, you're still holding that flame for an ex who right now, reconciliation is looking like too much work. In fact, this is a tough one, Aquarius. Don't shoot the messenger. This person may be celebrating new celebrations, new accomplishments, but I'm almost getting like milestones in their new relationship. Like this person may announce pregnancy news. This person may get an engagement ring at Christmas. It's that type of like, I have to be honest, it feels like a punch in the gut, but universe is quite clearly saying to me, yes, this was beautiful, but it's run its course. Right now, this one is over. So yeah, I'm sorry guys. I know it's not a great one. So let's talk more about this person who's interested in you. Let's see if there's any redeeming qualities here that I can tell Aquarius. I literally turn around, they're behind you. So again, this person too could be someone from your past, but I don't think it's someone you've ever dated. It could be someone that you friend zoned. I just made that a verb. Put in the friend zone. Yeah, I think there's a Scorpio who is, there's a extremely sexual nature to them. Shocking, I know, Scorpio, right? They come off as very lighthearted and cute in this, but like, or somebody who has a Scorpio and Venus, there is like an obsession is the word I'm hearing, but I don't necessarily think it's unhealthy. I think it's just this person loves with all their might. It's like sex with this person would be transformative. It's that kind of like, they're a powerhouse. They pack a lot of heat and they're feisty too. This person is, they have like a very flirty, it's not that unsimilar to the Queen of Wands, so just putting it out there. One more on that? Okay, I was going to say, why do I feel like this could be Sagittarius? And then the Temperance came out too. Okay, so Aquarius, you might be dealing with a Sag. I think universe is like with a wink saying, dip your toe in. Try it on. Just see how it goes. Quite literally, go out for coffee, right? That's Central Perk. A Scorpio Sag cusper, or again, maybe it's a Sagittarius who has like a Scorpio moon or a Scorpio Venus or whatever. It doesn't really matter. I actually get really great vibes from this. And yeah, if you are looking for something casual, I'm just going to show you this card. You understand what I mean there? Male or female? I think this person would be down. I mean, they're presenting as a page, so I don't think they're coming in looking for marriage after date 2. This person may like to date around, for lack of a better term. So, and I'm not necessarily saying, use this person to rebound, but again, I guess it would do you well to advocate where you're at. And even if advocating is, I'm not really sure what I'm looking for in relationships yet, say that. Again, it's not going to turn off the right person, So anyway. All right. How are we doing for time? Yeah, one quick one, and then we'll do career, money, and finances. Okay. Ugh. I got all these new decks, and I'm so excited to use them. Ooh, there's a new torch with a Pisces. The Pisces and the Aquarius, Ace of Wands. That looks good. That looks real good. All right. 8 of coins. So the working card, the apprenticeship with the 4 of cups. Some of you are just kind of burnt out at work. It seems like you may have your sights set, and I am reading for love, but again, we're kind of merging the two. Yeah, like you're putting a lot of work and effort and time into your career, and that's fine. It's not saying stop. It's saying, but you have plateaued monetary wise, and so rather than put more exertion and effort into something that the universe is saying, just like, don't budge. Like, keep doing what you're doing. Like, there will be a break eventually. To me, it's kind of saying add some fun and excitement into your life and go out and date or go, hang out with your romantic partner, right? You may meet someone at work or through some sort of like client interaction or some sort of deal. They may ask you out for drinks. Yes, some of you, it's like you're working so hard that when it comes to your personal life, you have no energy or effort to give to just friendship. Yeah, you need to work on your sleep habits. I'm seeing a lot of you having like insomnia and just like, yeah, it's like you don't go to bed until 4 a.m. and then you have to wake up at 6:30. Something about that is impacting your romantic life and like your performance abilities. Anywhere in life, particularly in your romantic relationships, is just telling me that. Same-sex partnership with Sagittarius is looking amazing. Whether you're male or female, yeah, go for that. That looks real good. Let's see. 4 cups. Okay, and yeah, this is kind of the same message. For others of you, this actually seems like something that it's already sort of formed and sort of together. I think there's still a lot of love there. This could be with your Gemini, your Sagittarius, possibly your Cancer. There's still love there, but something about the relationship, it's a little bit stagnant. It's like you guys are past the honeymoon stage where it's all fun and games and this and that. And I think one of you is getting a little bit antsy or bored, particularly your Sagittarius. I don't necessarily think they're looking elsewhere. Let me go ahead and confirm that. But I think you're sensing that you're losing them emotionally. But yeah, okay, that's how I would phrase it. There's like an emotional distance in a relationship that it used to work. It used to work just fine. And, it was firing on all cylinders and it seemed like there was love there, right? But then all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, who are they looking at? Like, why aren't they looking at me? So, and this could be you too. It's like, I think there's a little bit of jealousy, but I actually don't think this is third party. I think there's a huge misunderstanding here, to be honest. What is Temperance looking at, please? The Hermit, they're single, and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, what is this? This could also involve your Virgo. Yeah, both people here just seem tired and burnt out, but not necessarily from each other. I think you're both kicking ass at work or on the job hunt or something else. Somebody could be taking care of an ailing parent or something of the sort. So it's like when it's just the two romantic couple or, you guys together, there's like nothing left to give because you're both drained and exhausted. So to me, it's saying it's time to bring the cups back together, to reinvigorate the love, to mix it up, to have some fun. That's Sagittarian energy, even if this doesn't involve a Sagittarius. Knight of Wands. What are we passionate about? What gets us excited? I don't know if that's go on a date night or I'm also getting isolate in actually a very positive way. It's like you two need to remove yourself from the distractions of the world and like, I don't know, rent like a cozy little cabin for the weekend and just go and get away from it all. In fact, I am seeing/hearing unplug, disconnect the phone, go to a place where there's no internet, there's no temptation to pick up the phone and, see if the client got back to you. Because unfortunately, it seems like you're in a relationship where it has huge potential to thrive, but you two have so much going on in the exterior, the career, the family, the this. It's slowly tearing you guys apart. And I think universe is saying this stands a chance. There's a really beautiful healing energy that you guys offer each other, but you have to fight for it. It's not just going to magically come together and be, magical and sexual and passionate and loving, right? Deep love. It's not going to be that way if you don't put in the effort. And I think you guys are being asked to step up your game. Yeah, this is a battle worth fighting. I'm sort of hearing like stand your ground or fight for this if it's worth fighting. Some of you for at one point in time, one of you may have served in the military or you may have, I think you guys have already overcome the challenge of a long distance relationship. Hang with me. If that's not the case, and some of you that's the truth, but it's also putting it in the context of if this isn't physical distance and making it work, which you guys seem to do with flying colors, now that you're together, the distance has become emotional distance, and it's saying you guys already did the physical distance. That was the biggest feat. Now you're literally in the same environment. We just have to work on like the emotional health of this. So yeah, to me, this is like getting the magic back, refilling the cups that have kind of gone dry or stagnant, right? Stagnancy, the 4, it's comfortable, but it could be a lot better. I think it's just saying you need to put in the effort because once you guys kind of unplug or relieve yourselves from the burdens that are stressing you out, kind of the wounded warrior card, obstacles in the pathway, standing in the way of getting to your person, I think you guys stand a chance at reigniting this, but the Hermit is literally shining the light on temperance, healing, blending cups. Let's bring these back together again and establish balance and harmony and equilibrium and love, right? The Archangel of Love is what the Hermit is shining his lantern on. So this stands a chance. Anyway, all right. Let's read for, what are we reading for? Career and finances? Yeah, let's do this one. Queen of Coins. I like that. Let's see if she comes out. How are we doing for time? Oh, gone. For my Aquarians, month of December, what can they look forward to? What does the universe want to tell them about career, money, finances, jobs, retirements, loans, payouts, court cases, anything about money or jobs that wants to come through? I'll do my best, Aquarius. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, hey. You got a lot of Sagittarius vibe in your reading, Aquarius. as well as Jupiter, expansion, growth. The clock is ticking. Holding on by a thread, though. What's that about? So let me see the storyline here. Oh, you have a decision to make. Do you want to stay where you're currently at? And I'm almost getting the idea of punching the clock. It's a job currently that, again, it's like the idea of punching the clock. Big Brother is watching. Very much Saturn energy of, you're being watched. There are rules. There's a responsibility. You have to be in the door and in your seat at 9:05 a.m. Like there's a lot of rules. Aquarius, I already know how that's going to go down for you. But something has caught your eye that has Wheel of Fortune vibes on it, and you're like, oh my God, I could get out of this oppressive, or I don't know how we want to say it, suppressive energy of it's like the clock is ticking, but I feel like I'm wasting my time at a place where there isn't enough freedom or they don't value my ideas. This is so funny. Oh my God, this is making me laugh. It's simply the images being put together. So these two are looking at each other with like awe, with kind of just like, oh my God, who is that? And as I said that, I'm hearing the Target lady on SNL. Do you guys know that skit? Kristen Wiig's like, oh my God. Anyway, so backstory, right? This is, what is that movie? Basic Instinct. So if you've seen this is like the dirty movie, right? Where she opens up her legs and you see everything, right? But it's really funny because there's something about this where not only is there this attraction of, I think Queen of Swords here is representing like a boss figure or someone who's trying to recruit you or hire you. They value your intellect. They think you would bring something new and different and exciting, right? Jupiter energy. You could expand their business or do good things for this client group. But there's also this like almost sexual magnetic attraction. And you know what's interesting? I don't give that message a lot. I don't necessarily advocate getting involved with your coworkers because I think it can be very messy. But whatever. Everybody's different. I'm not at all preaching that per se. However, I did give that exact same message to Capricorn, and it came out in entirely different cards. So again, I'm very much a student of astrology. I'm not here to tell you I'm an expert about, this planet's here, and I'm fascinated by that. I pick up stuff where I can, but there must be something going on in the month of December where romance and work are colliding. I absolutely see that for you. And I mean, I am trying to read for work, but why would I not give you that message, right? Let's see here. So this card did come up, though, in Capricorn's reading, and it actually was very positive. Again, I understand the movie reference, right? Taxi Driver. Travis Bickle is not the most redeemable character, but he's kind of sexy, right? Young Robert De Niro. Anyway, moving on. Taurus. I just heard Taurus. Okay. Although I think he's a Leo, so I don't know what, whatever. Sorry. I'm getting distracted because I'm a movie nerd. There's too many messages. These two have caught each other's eye. Tell me more about this. This could be a good fit, but this, I don't know. This could turn kind of scandalous though, too. 3 of Wands. So yeah, this person is waiting to hear back from you. Are you ready to leave the safety zone, the comfort zone? Something about the job you're at currently or the one you would need to leave. It's a little bit more traditional. Again, it's more Saturn energy trying to transition you to Jupiter energy expansion. But the thing is, I'm sort of getting that there's... Okay, are you leaving the Queen of Swords behind? Because she's sort of the enforcer of rules, the law, right? Justice, Libra. So some of you may be going towards some opportunity involving the government or legal systems, something, I don't know, law, government, pick your player. I don't know what that is. But there may be an opportunity for that to come in. Word regarding the court case, Queen of Coins looks good. So if you're waiting on a decision about money or a payout, some type of loan, if you're waiting on word from the Queen of Swords, it looks just. It looks like you will get paid out as the Queen of Coins. And that did come out earlier. And something about this payment, again, if it makes sense for you, this doesn't come out of the clear blue. Although maybe it does, though, now that I'm looking at Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I mean, buy a lottery ticket, right? Why wouldn't you with these cards coming up? Just, a cheap one. But it would allow for new adventures in your life. I'm getting that with Queen of Coins. Earth energy, yes. Especially, it may even fund some sort of vacation or trip where you would be hiking mountains. Like Capricorn, sea goat type vibes. I don't know. And then I'm seeing 2 women and a child. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's you and someone else or a business partnership or Yeah, I don't know what to... Okay, so same-sex couples maybe adopting a child. I don't know why that's coming up in your career reading, but sure, why not? And what fell? Sorry, a couple cards fell off my table. I'm curious to see, because it was just as I said, I don't think this money comes to you randomly. It might, actually. Yeah, the Chariot says it's a victory to move forward rather than stay in the comfort zone. And I don't necessarily think that's very Aquarian-esque energy. Aquarians take reasonable amounts of risks, right? Because you guys are innovative. You're different. You're the rebels. You like to mix it up. I think it's like the clock is due for you to change and mix something up in your life because it's not as fun as it used to be. And I feel like, I don't know, I just keep getting, even if this is a metaphor, it's like, oh, I'm turned on. That could be a metaphor by some opportunity that you're like, I don't want it to pass me by. I'm sort of getting the metaphor of like, you're seeing the ships going by and you're like, wait, I'm supposed to be on that boat. There may have been an opportunity you passed up on, but there's like a small window of time in which case you can hop on board and they would still recruit you. I think you're going to do it. This is about travel and movement. This could certainly be an opportunity to travel, especially if you help other people plan vacations or something with like real estate. I'm seeing like palm trees. So I don't know if maybe you're in California or Florida, but maybe you're on like a tropical island or you're doing, I know this sounds like a Beach Boys song. I don't know if you're doing something with realty or property, vacation homes, vacation rentals. Maybe you yourself are just going on a vacation. These are travel cards, and I see travel to like a warm climate. I'll put it that way. I don't know if that's necessarily where this job is located, if it would require you to up and leave your current location, or there would be some business trip. I don't know, card of Cancer. These cards are strong, but I feel like I'm not doing them justice. Let's do oracles. So... something has struck your fancy, and I'm sort of getting you would be silly not to go after this. Can this Queen of Swords be trusted, though? What's the deal here? You may have someone flirting with you in the office, and this, I gotta be honest, this could be you too. I'm being told to say be careful because eyes are hearing. There's something about some sort of exchange of information, even if it's not sexual, right? It doesn't have to be an affair, though I would argue this is affair written all over it. I'm sort of getting there's someone else who heard this. The Page of Swords is the spy. He's collecting information. So I don't know if there's something about like dirty money. I know this is starting to sound like a movie theme, but I don't know. These two are exchanging glances, information, possibly flirtations. Careful with that because you're not alone. In fact, there's a lot of different people coming up here. So that's why I'm sort of like, I lost track of who's who. If you're waiting for your ships to come in, if you're bored or just life is dull right now and you'd like an exciting new endeavor, or hey, maybe it's just a collaboration, it doesn't have to be long term. To me, it's saying the ships are already here, but you turn this person down once. And I don't know, are you surprised that they reach out again to be like, are you sure you don't want to work? And you're like, wait, I can still do that? Yeah, you can. So I just feel like it would be a good opportunity for you. And Queen of Coins says there's money in it for you too. I'm seeing newspapers. Are any of you writers or writing an article? An article could be written about you, Aquarius. And again, this is a kind of an odd message, but it may be criticizing your character or your company, and especially this company that you're at and you don't love. There may have been an article that, I don't know if it was incriminating or what do they call it? Is it defamation of character? I may have made that up. I hope I didn't. But it was something like it's really highlighting the place you're at really isn't all that great. And again, it doesn't seem like it's allowing you a sense of freedom, whether it's creative freedom or whatever. So anyway, let's get some clarifiers on this. Scholar, let's see. Some of you need to go back to school. Yeah, and you're going to have the hots for your teacher. Is that who's the guy who just passed away? Eddie Van Halen? Doesn't they have a song Hot for Teacher or something like that? Some of you are going to have a very important conversation about going back to school or pursuing something greater in your current field, but it involves education. So maybe you need to take an extra class or take an extra course. It's almost like you see it as your responsibility to further your education and become more scholarly or become more intelligent on the subject. And I think it would do you well. I think you would gain a wider audience. You would be more credible. It's not that you're doing it for the superficial title of, oh, well, now I'm a doctor. It's like, no, your passion actually lies there. So get it. What are you waiting for? Yeah, it's like you, especially as an Aquarius, right? An air sign, you should always be engaging your mind and actively growing, your database, your source of knowledge. So, yeah, some of you may have cheated on a test and like word got out about it. I don't know what that is. Or again, someone may have squeaked you by even though you failed. I'm almost getting like a college professor. And Aquarius, I'm just putting it out there. It may have to do with like some sort of indiscretion, like marriage wise. I don't even know. Yeah, but this person, you're not there to stay though. It was like a circumstantial thing. And again, this doesn't have to be sexual. I'm getting like a weird connection where you guys like each other, but this person has the potential to be very jealous. So I would maybe keep it at arm's length. I would keep this as professional as you can, even though clearly there's something more there. There's some more attraction. Because yeah, it has the potential of news getting out and going sour very quickly. Something about a hospital room. I don't know if this is taking place at a hospital or I don't know what that is. Yeah, something about medical malpractice. Again, I don't think this has to do with you per se. I think it's on the fringes of someone you work with or someone's past. This person may have already had lawsuits against them. And so they may present you with a very exciting opportunity. And again, I'm not saying the opportunity is false, but they may have a very tricky, complicated past. Dig in deeper. I would do some research on this person before you up and leave your current place. Some of you just simply need to go back to school. They may have worked at a place that had a lot of lawsuits filed against the company or the corporation. I'm definitely getting that. And yeah, watch, your messages are all over the place, Aquarius. Watch your alcohol intake because you may let something slip when you're a little bit inebriated. And again, it's something like everybody's listening. Everybody's, even almost like wiretap energy. Like no conversation is sacred, especially in a work dynamic. And this, you just are Gemini. You may have a Gemini who just like, the minute you're like, don't tell anybody, but Gemini's just like, oh my God, did you hear? I don't think this is you. I don't think, Aquarius. I don't know, but there's someone who goes around spreading a lot of news. And the thing is that they don't always check their sources. So some of it is true, even though it's very, juicy. It feels like kind of there's a lot of drama going on and word is spreading, but it's also getting muddied up with things that aren't necessarily true. And I'm getting it's going to spoil this person's reputation. And so again, be careful how you're associating with them. Because the thing is, I actually get really positive vibes from this opportunity. This one could go either way for me. I would keep them at an arm's length. You can be pleasant and still work with them, but I would not engage in anything that is not professional because there's something about this person has the ability to flip the switch, right? Their basic instinct is to protect themselves. So even if it means putting someone, pushing the blame onto someone else, this person is not above that. There's a little bit of shadiness there. And so you seem very excited about it, though. I don't know what else to say. 3 of Wands. Is this an opportunity worth going towards? Go into it with a... I'm almost getting like religious vibes. I don't even know how to put this into words. It's like you have to go in and remove sex from the equation or flirtation. Yeah, like chastity. That's sort of what I'm getting. Gosh, what a weird message this is. Some of you are fantastic. I'm moving away from that because I don't know what to do with it, to be honest. Is it worth going towards? Yeah, I think so. I think there's something good that really awaits you. I also think there's little surprises along the way that are going to shock you. But it feels drama-filled. I don't even know if it necessarily has to do with you. You may enter into a corporation or a company or a group of people, and the longer you're there, you're like, oh my God, this is like a Jerry Springer episode. And it's very like, oh shit, so-and-so just spilled the tea. I don't know, and I'm not advocating this as healthy. There's definitely some drama queens or whoever, not gender not included, but There's someone stirring the pot, and I don't know. There could be this dynamic that's already in place of competitors, and these two are very much in running for the same position, and so. Yeah, again, I'm getting like a smear campaign of words being spread that are not necessarily true, and it's false information. God, I hope this makes sense, because I am so lost with these messages. I don't know what this has to do with your career, but anyway. I see you kind of going towards this anyway. Again, just practice integrity in how you operate in this space and with these people. Catch more bees with honey. Yeah, be kind, be nice, be the bigger person, and don't engage in things that have red flags on them. You know better than that. Friend or foe? You bet your ass. There is something kind of deceiving about this. Especially if you already got involved with them and reject them, there's going to be drama. They're going to start, I don't know. I'm not into that message. Yeah, the deeper I get into it, I actually don't like it at all. So I understand if you choose not to go that route, but it does seem like a lot of you are at a job that at minimum it's saying you guys got to shake it up. You've outgrown that role, so either ask for the raise, ask for the promotion, or again, go back to school to up your degrees so that you can truly acquire that new title or that pay raise. Some of you may be professors or teachers or go back to school to do something about teaching. All right, one more message about career and finances. Are we doing okay? Yeah. Healing, any profession in healing. Again, I'm seeing like hospitals, doctors, nurses. It could be more non-traditional healers as well. Yeah, I do see you becoming a student again or working with students, art teachers. You may be taking courses in art and sketching and painting. You may just be doing paint night with your friends. There's actually something inside of you that's very creative and it's like begging to get out, but I think you keep shutting it down like, oh, I'm not an artist. Well, you don't have to be professional. It seems like it would be a very healthy practice for you to engage in something creative if you're not already. Some of you are going to be models, yeah, like models on the runway or fashion spreads or fashion clothing. In fact, there's a lot of money to be made there. Or something about the muse. You may be a fashion designer or a shoe designer, a handbag designer. You may have your own line of jewelry. That seems very lucrative. That's actually my favorite message so far because there's 10 of Pentacles coming there. Some of you may engage in a family business or you're about, especially with artists, there's a group of artists that are trying to form some sort of thing. And I'm sure that's what it's being called because it's not really a corporation. They're not calling it a company. I'm going to be honest, it's something very hipstery. Like there's an air of pretension about it, but I think what they're doing, there's actually a lot of integrity in the artwork. If you can get past kind of the bullshit, like, oh my God, that was so cheeky. And there's a little bit of, I'll be honest with you, it's probably in Los Angeles. This lady with the blue hair and the sun hat and yeah, I don't know. This is my baby rose blossom. Like it kind of has that kind of like vibe, but it's actually lucrative, and I think networking alone would really serve you in this capacity. So you would make some good contacts where they may ask you to participate in an art show or work with them or bring you on the team to set design, or again something about the selling houses, dressing houses. If it's not real estate, it may be interior design or something of the sort. A lot of you are going to work with a Sagittarius or a group of females, and it may even have to do with female empowerment. You might be writing stories or making clothing that's not only geared towards women, but it's more about giving unseen women a voice. Women of different backgrounds, of different, I was going to say genders, but do you know what I mean? There's like gender fluidity in what you do. But yeah, people who are not at the forefront of arts and entertainment and pop culture, like minorities, I guess is a good way of putting it. You're shining a spotlight on them. Yeah, there's something about women's empowerment, and what are those like? I don't know how else to say it. Like stuff to do with women's menstruation, like organic menstrual cups, and stuff of that kind of sort. I don't know how else to say it. Some of you have to go back for a blood test, and it's saying stop delaying it. You need to go back for the blood test. And I don't do medical readings, but I don't know. It's just saying go back. Yeah, you're gonna be fine. Just go and be brave. Take care of it. Get the blood test. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know what that's for, and I don't know. It may have to do with your diabetes or sugar levels. Something about blood levels, sugar levels. You need to take better care of your body. If you're not doing that, you need to exercise and eat healthy. And watch your alcohol intake. It's really it could take its toll if you don't kind of get that under control. All right, yeah. Some of you are going to be crusaders of peace, crusading for justice, crusading for those who are wounded, who have been victims, those who can't fight for themselves. You're going to be fighting for them. You may be helping with financial payouts. It's almost like Make-A-Wish Foundation type stuff. People who don't have the money or the means to do something. It's like you're granting wishes. You're helping to bring the Cinderella story to people who don't currently have that and could never have it. Again, minorities, disadvantaged. I heard youth, but people who grew up in the foster care system. You're an earth angel. You're like crusading for justice. You bring happily ever afters to people who need them the most. Oh, Aquarius, this is like my favorite message. Yeah, especially working with children, children who have a rough past. You help them a lot. And some sort of advocate for, I don't know how else to say this because I don't really know what this is, but something very much to do with same-sex couples. I don't know what that is if you're working specifically with like LGBT communities, or I'm not sure what it is, but I've seen it over and over and over again, even in your career readings. So I don't know what that is, but it seems very positive. In fact, it seems great. So I'm not sure if you're doing something specifically geared towards, like the LGBT community. But again, it seems like you're putting your heart and your soul into it and you're making people happy and there's money. So, hey, aces, cool. Let's pull some career cards for you. A spiritual Sagittarius, or a Sagittarius who's like a doctor. I've seen that several times. So I really want to know what Lou Reed is. Virgo, maybe? Gosh, I'm dying to know. I want to look him up. Pisces. I don't know. Somebody look up Lou Reed. Tell me what star sign he is. All right. Career cards for Aquarius. Creative expression. Hey, we said that earlier. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. It's okay. It doesn't have to be your profession. Make time for it. And I'm being told some of you it's going to be your profession, even though you're watching this going, no, that's not me. Are you sure? My shirt kind of matches this dude, doesn't it? Twinsies, twinning. Options. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. And yeah, weigh the scales. This whole thing about the Sharon Stone, the Queen of Swords, I'm kind of on the fence about that. You had very good cards highlighting that option, but again, there's a lot of drama there too. So it makes me a little bit apprehensive to like throw yourself in the ring with people who seem like they could turn on you on a dime. Like it could be a little bit savage. And I hate to say this because I don't promote this at all, but it seems like there's a lot of like women against women in that scenario. And so maybe you guys are going in and you're going to be the change. You're going to be like, all right, we need to stop with the mind games and the head games and the backstabbing and people talking shit in the bathroom behind each other's back. Maybe you're bringing the sword of justice to be like, we're all here to be professionals and you guys are so unprofessional. It's disgusting. Like you may actually go in there and make some very important changes, especially, whatever role you're in, absolutely. But especially if you're in like an upper management role, I feel like that scenario so desperately needs someone to come in and like, I'm trying not to curse and swear because I got in trouble for that on YouTube. But go in there and be like, what the F is your problem? Like, you guys, this is not how you run a professional business. And so you may get in there and like streamline it or however you want to say it. Anyway. And then speaker, your life purpose involves your skill of oration. I actually see this as spiritual singing. I don't know if you are in your church group or your choir group or something of the sort, but you may end up doing that professionally. And it certainly can be, at the podium, giving speeches, pleading your case. I also see kind of court cases for some of you. Oh, and there's your healer card. Okay. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. So again, it doesn't have to be literally putting on scrubs, but more or less it's like you're a fighter. You're a crusader for justice. You're an earth angel. You're spreading those beautiful healing vibes. An artist. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. Aquarius, if you're not painting, I think you should take it up, even if it's finger painting. It doesn't have to be beautiful, but it probably will be. Because it's your soul, it's your creativity being unleashed. Go paint a picture. All right, Aquarius, happy December, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. I'll see you soon for more love tarots. Little Sips mini love tarots are coming up next. Please like, share, subscribe. I will see you soon. Bye, Aquarius.